Today I'm going to be talking about a topic that everybody has experienced, and it is about fear. What is fear? Fear, first and foremost, is an emotion. This emotion can be evoked by many different types of things and many different types of experiences. My intention for this video is to be speaking about fear-based programs. So what is fear? As mentioned, fear is an emotion, but it is an emotion that has polarity. It has a positive side as well as a negative side. So fear is primal, and it can be used to help us survive a specific situation, such as if you are walking through the forest and you come across a mama bear who has some cubs, and mama starts chasing after you. Well, this is a time where fear is actually good, because fear enables you to run your butt off, and it directs the blood flow from organs that aren't worth being utilized during that time, such as your stomach for digestion. So it diverts the blood flow to your muscles to enable you to move faster, as well as to your heart and lungs, so that you can receive more oxygen to keep you going as you evade this potential life-threatening event. Fear also has a dark side to it. It is also programmable. Some common everyday ways that fear controls us are through not speaking your truth. And fear controls many about not speaking their truth for fear of being ridiculed or shamed or even abandoned. Fear also silences victims of sexual abuse, keeping their secrets undercover so that perpetrators can continue to perpetrate. There is also a fear of failure. So this might mean somebody is afraid that academically they won't be able to perform, or that they might fear a presentation and fail a presentation that they are planning on giving. Fear of disappointing others. So this can be based in family or cultural or even in relationships. So somebody might be afraid of not getting good grades and that they will be shunned by their family, or that they will not be able to make it into a medical school like their family had hoped and dreamed for them to do, or a fear of not finding a husband and being left a spinster. There's also the fear of change, and this is a really big one. People fear the unknown. Also, with this fear of the unknown, there could be a fear of the esoteric, fear of ghosts or interdimensional beings. There can also be a fear of lack, a fear of not having enough, there not being enough resources for you. There can also be a fear of death, of dying. Now, I'm not trying to demean anybody's experiences, as I can only speak for my own. And someone by the name of Ray Smith, in my brief moments of knowing him, while I was going through my own cancer journey, told me that fear is nothing more than false evidence appearing real. And Ray was diagnosed with cancer many, many years before I was, and he ended up overcoming it. And these words that he told me gave me a lot of strength. Ray has now passed on and gone onward with his journey. I was diagnosed with stage 4 Hodgkin's lymphoma. And to make a long story short, I was basically told that there was nothing else that they could do for me, and that I was supposed to prepare myself to die. So this began my journey into understanding fear. Now, when I was told this, I guess you can imagine I had a whole whack of emotions overflood me. And I was basically like, this is not taking me out. There's no way, shape, or form. But that didn't negate any sort of fear that I had felt at that time. My greatest fear was that I was going to leave my child motherless the way my mom had left me at 11 years old. She ended up passing away from cancer as well. I sat with the fear and I literally let it engulf me, and I felt everything that I needed to feel from this emotion. I let it all bubble up and rise to the surface, and I felt every single feeling that led me out of my power. I knew that I was all I could basically rely on at this point, as the medical profession had failed me. And I am so glad that I did step into my own inner power and I owned it and didn't let the projections of others put me 6 feet under, as I'm sure it has many other people who have been handed a diagnosis of being terminal. It's basically a death sentence, and when you embody that and believe that to be truth, you basically program yourselves. Now again, I'm not trying to demean anybody else's journey that they have had or anybody else who has passed on. As I mentioned, my mom did pass on from cancer as well, and I do believe at certain points that there can be no other options, because if it is your time, it is your time. There is nothing that you can do to escape that. However, I knew within me that I wasn't going out this way. And I also knew that the only way through it was through it. So I sat with all of the emotions that took me out of my power. And I made a decision that cancer was not an option, and that death certainly was not an option for me at this point. And I began to take my power back. Every day I was disciplined, and I would envision divine light coming through me and activating all of my lymphocytes, my white blood cells, and I envisioned them like little sharks eating up all of the cancer, and I actually felt it happening. I also did alternative Chinese medicine. Anytime that fear would creep in, I would journal it out. I would allow myself to feel the tears, and I also connected with nature, and I would release all that I needed to into journals, and I had stacks of journals, just releasing all of my fears into it. It had to get out of my body. I couldn't keep it in my body, knowing that my body wanted to heal and that that was not my body's story. I believed in my own inner power, and I am here today, and I am cancer-free and considered cured. So I have also experienced fear in the esoteric realms, the astral realms. As many of you know, I am a psychic, and I do have the gift of clairvoyance and clairaudience. So, and I've got a few more, but with the clairvoyance, it enables me to see things that others can't see. I can see certain energies, I can even see certain beings, and I can also hear them. So when you are here to help planet Earth, your light shines a little bit differently than others. And there are beings out there that it sets off it sets off like a signal, and they pick up on this and they try and prevent you from following through with what you are here to do. So, and they do this in a very big way of inciting fear. So these beings do this by trying to incite fear. So I have dealt with all kinds of things. I have dealt with beings coming out of the wall and flashing their faces at me, saying things to me, just trying to scare me and take me out of my center. And it doesn't work. It absolutely doesn't work, because I know that nothing, absolutely nothing, is stronger than me. And you need to know this as well, that there is absolutely nothing in this universe that is stronger than you, because you are source energy. And there is nothing stronger than creator energy, Sophia energy, God source energy, or whatever you refer to your higher power as. There is nothing stronger than that. And this is what you are created from. You are source energy. So these beings will do this to incite fear. And just as you eat food to gain energy, they too need a food source. And so they use fear as their food source. It's actually their favorite snack. So if you ever encounter a bump in the night, or see shadows, or whatever else you may see, or even if you feel something touch you, or try to place an energetic hold on you, or whatever it may be, know that absolutely nothing is stronger than you, and it is all an illusion that they want you to believe. When you are fearful, you are giving your power away to these things. You are basically saying, yes, you are stronger than me, you have more power than me, you can overtake me, which is not the truth. So do not consent to giving your power away to anything, because nothing, absolutely nothing, is stronger than you. Ways that you can combat fear. And this will help you calm down your central nervous system. So the first way, the first and foremost, the utmost way, is to go into your heart. Go into your heart center, connect with the divine light that is within you. This is your connection to source energy, and allow this light to illuminate. Allow it to grow bigger and bigger, and feel it all through your entire body, and bring it out into your energy field, above your head, under your feet, all around you, and then feel into this light. And just feel this light holding you in a safe space. This is your inner power. This is source energy power, and nothing can touch it. And if anything tries to divert your consciousness away from the light, just hold it. And another way that you can do this is by placing your hand on your heart. And this will help you anchor into these frequencies of your heart, and to be able to hold your consciousness there, regardless of what is going on around you. And I want to tell you something that my guides had told me. They said, it doesn't matter how dark things are around you. It doesn't matter if there's complete darkness. For within that darkness, there is always light, even if it is a little speckle of light. Focus on the light, and the light will grow. Another way that you can work with your central nervous system if you are feeling fear is to take your thumb and the skin that's at the side of your thumbnail, push that skin up and squeeze it tightly. So it will be a little bit painful, but hold it there and focus on your breathing. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And do this for about a minute or for however long feels good to you. You should start to feel your central nervous system calming down. And if this one doesn't work for you, you can also grab the skin in between your first finger and your thumb and pinch it and push hard on it, so it will also be a little bit painful. And right away when I do this, I can start to feel a wave of calmness come down on me. So hold it there for however long feels good to you. Also, another way that you can help calm down your central nervous system is to take your 3 fingers and place them on your wrist like this, and at the very bottom there, in the center there, it's a pressure point. So where your 3rd finger was, grab onto that and push really hard. So there will be pain there, but hold it for about a minute to 2 minutes and you will feel a wave of calmness come over you. I learned these techniques from a few people on YouTube. One of them is the Motivational Doctor, and another one is Suki Baxter. So she deals with the vagus nerve, and she does a lot of ear exercises, like pulling on your ear, and apparently the vagus nerve runs behind your ear and down your body. So look them up. I think that you will find them very helpful. And again, remember, fear is false evidence appearing real. And as my guide said, it does not matter if you are surrounded in darkness and you cannot see any light around. Always look for the light, because you will be able to find a little speckle. And when you focus on it, what you focus on grows. I hope this helps. Peace out.